Okay, so here we have our subscription page, which is our recurring payment offer, which will get you a steady stream of income on a regular basis, which is awesome. So let's have a look at this. Okay, to start with, we have our container at the top, 2-column container. First one, just some text. Second one, I have an image in there just to give the impression that they haven't yet completed the process, and it's just a bit of a psychological boost to make them take interest and get engaged. We then have a 2-column container down here, one with an image at the bottom there, which I use to create some space at the bottom as well, with the column beside it. And the left hand side we have some text, strong, one-time only offer with a description of what it is, all very benefit driven with a call to action. Now, two things I'm going to cover on this page. One is the subscription payment, but the first thing is just to touch on where we were with the upsell page. On this page here, remember on the previous page we added them to a bought from front page, bought from the landing page mailing list. If they get here, we want to take them off that list and put them on another one, ready for the subscription. And you can see now how moving through the funnel you can take them off one list and put them on another, so that you can continually change the email campaign that you're sending out so it's relevant and doesn't annoy them if it's not relevant. So on the page entry email list here, up we come, and we want to first of all take them off an existing one. So I'll just go back to my MailChimp account, grab my API key that I'm using, this one down here, copy that, pop it in there, and then it will annoy me with reminders about passwords, but then it will ask me which one I want to take it off. Well, I want to take it off the made first purchase list, because that's no longer relevant. It's just going to annoy the hell out of them. And then on this one here, add to an email list. I want to do the same thing again, but I want to add, this is annoying, pop up for my passwords. I want to add them to the purchased upsell list. So you can now see that they're now a member of a relevant email list for follow-up emails, because they may not take the subscription page offer, and therefore I want to follow up with some further emails. When they do, after this one, we can take them to another page, which I'm going to add as a bonus page in the pack for you, which is a final thank you page. We should never really have a dead end in our funnel, because if they're looking at a page, a percentage of people will convert. So we should never have a drop dead thank you page, but you can go on and duplicate these pages and continue the funnel for as long as they're going. If they're clicking, give them something to click. If they're buying, give them something to buy, remember. So that's the page entry. So now when they join this, they would have been on the made first purchase email list, and we've just moved them to the purchase upsell list. That's all optional, but great way of following up via email to people who are in your funnel. Okay, so the second part of this page is one choice, simple as that. We don't want to bamboozle them with lots of content and give them a reason to turn away. One choice, we want them to buy a subscription. So we click on the button. Live or test payments, you will need to, sorry, I've always auto-filled that in there. Put your Stripe keys in. Remember, there's a separate tutorial video on how to get those from Stripe. Watch that and you'll know what 4 values to put in there. And I'll save it on test payment. And then what are we selling? Well, we're selling a subscription. So this would be subscription. Subscription might be, let's say, £29 a month. And what do we want to do after that? Well, we want to send them to what will be our thank you page. So if you look in the pack, there's a thank you page that you can use and adapt, and that's what you would click on here. So it goes to the thank you page, and then on the thank you page, you repeat the process, if you're doing it, of removing them from an email list and adding them to another one, so that you're not sending out subscription reminder emails, you're sending out thank you reminder emails for whatever it is you're going to be offering next in your funnel. So just for now, I'll just put in, I'll just send the introduction page. Just for now, just put something in there because I want to explain this. There is in your pack a video tutorial on Stripe subscriptions and how it all works. Watch it. It's a separate video, so it's nice and succinct and to the point. The end result of watching that video is that you'll have what's called a Stripe pricing plan ID. That's what you put in here. So watch that video. I don't want to sort of go off at a tangent in this video about this page, but watch the other video about Stripe subscription plans. And the end result of watching that video, you'll end up with a pricing plan ID, which you put into that box here. That will allow you to charge people whatever it is you set them up with. I'm going to assume £29 a month for whatever it is you're offering, service, product, guarantee, warranty, whatever it might be. Now, Stripe does not allow you to automatically cancel a subscription after X number of payments, which is really frustrating, but it's just an omission of Stripe. So I'll put in T4S an ability to do it yourself. Bear with me while we do a little bit of maths. Let's assume you're charging £29 every month and you want to take 3 months. If it's forever, irrelevant. Don't ignore what I'm about to say. Ignore this box here because you don't do it. It will charge them until it's cancelled. If you only want to take a certain amount of payments, let's say 3, then you calculate the number of days after which you can tell T4S to automatically cancel the subscription in Stripe, which is great because then you don't have to remember to do it manually and set up diary reminders. So how do you cancel the number of days after which T4S should cancel the subscription in Stripe? Well, if we're going to do £29 a month, it will take the first payment on day 1. 1 month later, it will take the second payment. And 1 month later, it will take the third payment. So, and I put the text here in an example. 1 month is today, 1 month after that, and 1 month after that. In total, assuming 31 days in a month, that will be 62 days. Let's add a couple of days extra, just to be sure, so there's a bit of a buffer. 64 days time. If I put in 64 days there, just put 64, in 64 days, T4S will automatically cancel that subscription. So if you had a subscription where people pay over 3 months for something, it's exactly how you could do it. As an aside, if you're offering people a pay once or pay over X number of months as optional payment buttons on a page in T4S, that's exactly how you could do that as well. So that's how it works out. We've actually got, because they're monthly, we've got about 90 days before the next one's taken. So there's plenty of room to worry about that. But 64 days, even 70 days gives us a nice little buffer before the subsequent one would then be taken out of the account. So remember, that number is based on today, a month later, and a month later, which is about 62 days. A few days extra as a buffer gives us something like 64, something like that, at which point T4S will automatically cancel the Stripe subscription. If you want to check on your pending cancellations, you can click on this link here, which will show you. I've got none at all, and I'll show you also where you can do it, because you can do it in the Funnel Manager as well. But let me show you that now. Let's just pop out to the Funnel Manager. And what we have is in Stripe integration, you can check on pending cancellations. Okay, and up it pops. So that's how you can check on that as well. Other than that, that's the subscription page. Well worth spending some time on that, because the better you make that, the more recurring payments you will get if you set it up, and that then becomes a passive income. You know, it's terrific if you've got money coming in every month. That's brilliant. It's a lot less stressful than hunting new payments from new customers. So aim to get them. This is your pot of gold, your subscription. But of course, absolutely no reason why you can't then have another step in your funnel, but perhaps a higher subscription or another opportunity or a consultancy session or something. You know, as long as people are clicking, always give them something to click. Never put a dead-end thank you page. Always have something on that thank you page. If you're not sure where to stop, you can set up a final page with some outrageous offer that you think no one will take, but be prepared for a page after that to say thank you, just to catch them. And if someone takes that, then you know that people will be taking it. So you extend your funnel another page and another one. So you always have an offer at the end you think that people may not take, but if they do, you can then be prepared to extend your funnel as long as people keep buying. Okay, that's the subscription page. It's very simple, but it's where your pot of gold is, so make sure you spend a lot of time on it. Do check out the other videos on getting your Stripe API keys, on getting your Stripe subscription plan ID, pricing plan ID, and in fact all of the other tutorial videos that are in addition to the various pages, because they've all got handy information that will help you out. As ever, any questions on the Funnel Hackers Pro Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Funnel Hackers Pro.